Well, for more on this, we can speak to Ramzi Baroud. He's a journalist and author, and he joins us from Seattle for more, of course, on the failed coup. Ramzi, good to speak to you today. So, just give me your opinion. How close do you think this thing came to succeeding?
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. If you don't mind
Sorry,
repeating
Ramzi,
the question, sir.
can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you,
I'm
yes.
just interested, Ramzi, how close do you think this thing came to succeeding on Friday?
To succeed?
Yes.
Yes. I actually think it was very close to succeeding. And the fact that Western media in particular and officials in the United States, in the European Union, were quite cautious about making a judgment regarding the situation. I think because there was the sense that the coup was in fact going to succeed, and we are entering a new era in Turkish politics. Of course, things have dramatically changed when tens of thousands of people in Turkey went to the street. I think this was a dimension in Turkish politics that we haven't seen in a very long time. And I think very few experts, including CIA analysts and former CIA officials, very few of them actually predicted that this particular factor is going to be a defining factor in how things will work out in Turkey. It really took everyone by surprise.
And Ramzi, just what do you make then of the fact that thousands, hundreds of thousands took to the streets and they're still out all these nights after the attempted coup?
Well, I mean, there are various ways in which we can spin this, and I think a lot of people are spinning it in all sorts of ways. Those who are strong supporters of President Erdogan and those who don't like President Erdogan are trying to find also rationale around it. In my opinion, however, that this is much bigger than the army versus Erdogan. This is much bigger than limited political scenarios. This is about the will of the Turkish people. This is the dignity of the Turkish people. This is about their democracy, the blood and tears of years and years of struggle to make Turkey what it is today. I'm not trying to romanticize really at all here. In fact, Turkey has tons of struggles and tons of problems, and it has to be worked out at one point, and its democracy is not entirely perfect. But that said, the current democratic experience in Turkey has been, compared to other countries in the region, quite successful. And I don't think that the Turkish people, regardless of where they stand politically, wanted to see their country fall apart. They did not want to see military coups. They did not want to see summary executions. They did not want to see thousands of innocent people being persecuted for their political beliefs. They did not want to see any of this. So regardless of how they stood on Erdogan, in my opinion, this is much bigger than this. This is about the Turkish nation. It's about the Turkish Republic. It's about the future generation of this country.
And Ramzi, if I can just get you to talk about the reaction that we've had from the Turkish government after Friday's events. We've had a state of emergency imposed. We've had suspension of the Convention on Human Rights. Do you think that's been proportionate?
Frankly, it's quite to tell, and this, I mean, it's quite difficult to tell, and this is understandable to a degree. After all, there was a military coup, or a failed military coup. After all, hundreds of people were killed. Many civilians were gunned down in the street in hideous crimes that we all watched on television. So you can't really expect that you are going to have the most calculating, rational response. My hope is that the response is going to remain within the rules of law. So that this is not going to be taken against the Turkish government and the Turkish people. And trust me, there are many people here in the West who are looking at every opportunity to take away from Turkish democracy, to discredit President Erdogan in particular. There's a lot of politics that's going on. And I really hope that it doesn't become disproportionate and give these voices the leverage to attack the Turkish democratic and political experience as such.
Okay,
it's hard to tell at this point of the final count of what's going on, but I do know that Turkey has been like other states in the region, quite rational in terms of its politics. And I hope that rationality and logic and common sense and humanity prevails at the end.
Okay, Ramzi Baroud, really good to speak to you. Thanks for joining us here on TRT World. Thank you.